Hello and welcome back to Europa Universalis 4. I am Lord Forwind, here playing as the Najd, and I'm doing pretty good. I've got most of the lands I wanted from the Mamelukes, although I still would like Egypt if I can get it. I got control of the holy cities, Muslim holy cities, of course, of Medina and Mecca. I hope I'm saying that right. And that gives me an additional missionary and some prestige. So at this point, I've pretty much got Saudi Arabia, if you look at it. In fact, I've got more land than Saudi Arabia because they didn't own Oman or this area in Iraq. So the Najd have formed Saudi Arabia, which is kind of cool. And I've got quite a bit of land I would need to form Arabia. Of course, my ability to do that would be quite limited as I also need to get land from the Mameluke, instead from the Ottomans. So we are currently in debt, and we are, in fact, suffering economically. But with a lot of this land cored, and that once it's cored, it will be generating more money, we should be in pretty good shape. I'm also looking forward to being able to get my first colonist in the ocean here. Once I get Quest for the New World, I should actually be able to reach these islands down here or this island there. And then the Najd will become one of the colonizers of the world, which is a strategy I hadn't thought of. So thank you for suggesting it, the person who did. It's a bit of an interesting strategy. It's not a normal one, but it's what a lot of Rikuyu conquerors do. Birth of colonialism. Ooh, that's not that good. Coimbra. Okay, so Portugal got it. Not the biggest surprise. Not the biggest surprise at all. Oh, please finish these core ones. Hey, it looks like Brandenburg is going to go reformed. So far, Bohemia, Sweden, Denmark, and Norway have all gone reformed. Wow. And Verden has beat up Denmark quite a bit. Denmark still reigns over Sweden and Norway, but I highly doubt they actually have any control in Sweden. And even Norway is going to be a bit sketchy because they can't annex them. Their only hope is an inheritance, which is unlikely considering how small they are. There we go. All these provinces are now cored. Now I've got to worry about a revolt, but hey, I can deal with that. Let's core Gaza there. Why are you so rebellious? Oh, you're unhappy about the war exhaustion. You know what? I was going to try and get that explorer there, but I think it might actually be more valuable here for me to reduce the unrest in the long run. Because now these provinces are mostly loyal, and I can actually core the Hejaz completely. It's very expensive land, though. You know what? Let's be nice and let's go somewhat historical. We'll give the ulema control of Mecca and Medina. So, historically, of course, the sacred cities of Islam. So, they're well protected now. We'll take some free admin power out of it. And hopefully, at some point, we'll actually make money from all of that. Austria's emperor once again, big shock. I have to take a piety hit here. Can't afford to pay that. I'm going to wait to try and get some more admin tech here as much as I'd like to take, military tech. As much as I'd like to get these two, I'm going to wait. There's nothing, ships of the desert is nice, but it's not overwhelmingly useful. It helps a bit with my trading, which is nice. But it's really the exploration ideas that I want. So, however, we are making money now, which is good news. And we have that tech level, which is also wonderful. I should start considering shifting, I think. Yeah, we're going to shift our focus to diplomatic now. We'll put in the treasury. That'll help a little bit. Ep.7. I'm going to hire this guy, fire this guy. Because we're starting to fall behind in admin tech a little bit, and I don't want that if I can prevent it. Okay. We can get some more claims on the Mamluk lands. I don't know how useful that will be. I'd really like to get Al-Quids here, better known as modernly as Palestine or Jerusalem or Israel, this area. But that's actually Jerusalem is right about there. Al-Quads or Quids. I don't know how you say that in Arabic, but that's where it is. And of course we want to pick up that because that would give us an additional missionary and prestige. And any amount of prestige and missionaries we can get, the better. Renewed a loan. Not what I wanted, but okay. Can't ask for contributions to pay off debt for a while, but we do have a new ruler. And he is quite prestigious and pretty good. He's well advised. That's a nice one. That'll come in handy. So that actually stabilizes income, and we have a very nice heir. Look at that, 12 heir. We have 12 ruler and a 12 heir, which are both really nice. And he's diplomatically skilled, which could help us finish off this idea tree if we need it. Okay, you're the 3 barks. You're that. Take you, and we'll put you on protecting trade. Okay. Just waiting for that next level to fire. Okay. Actually, it might be next month. Yeah. We have a little bit too much corruption from owning those provinces. Quest for the New World, one of the better ones. Mainly because it's a requirement. Now we have to wait, however, until we get at least 50 diplomatic power, and then we will start colonizing, probably. The Ottomans have forgiven us, for some strange reason, for our owning of Gaza. They do have a claim on it, so I got to be a little wary, but that should expire in 2 years, which is pretty nice. They're fighting Lithuania and Poland. Since Poland and Lithuania did not form, Lithuania is doomed. It's just being eaten on all sides by the Livonians, by the Muscovites, by the Ottomans, who are... I'm surprised they're not at war with the Muscovites. Usually that's a tension point right here, because I guess they haven't got Russia, so they don't actually have claims on it, do they? Their mission is subjugate Kazan. I guess they're going this way rather than that way. However, a Muscovy that does not form Russia now is extremely weak, so I'm not too worried about them. They will not get any of this land. In fact, it probably will be colonized by like Bukhara and stuff, given time. Or maybe not. Maybe I'll get up there and colonize it. That would actually be some pretty nice land to colonize, to be honest. It's terrible land, but I could colonize it all without really any threat. We'll go for the eastern Indian Ocean coast. That should snag us that province. Now the other thing I got to be aware of is I have to send at least a unit or two. I think I'll send mercenary. No, I'll send normal troops. I'll send 2 divisions of normal troops to go suppress. Actually, how big is this? This is a 5 fleet, so let's actually send 3 or 4. Let's send 3. That ought to be good to wipe out the natives when the time comes. Where are you, ships? Are you not exploring there, or am I? Oh, you're exploring over there. Boy, I messed up. Can I actually? Oh, just out of range. Looks like I'm gonna have to go down here and work my way across if that's the case. Picked the wrong Indian Ocean, actually. Picked the eastern one, not the western one of all things. Once I get vision on Mozambique or Coromos, we will send these divisions over to there. 130 days. Hopefully they'll get there around the same time my ships do. Oh, 50 days. I'll be waiting a little while. I'm going to wait till the colonist arrives before I land. That way I don't have to deal with potential native uprising until the troops are in the province. Let's explore the western Indian Ocean, because I'm not going to get to the eastern one for some time. Ships will repair. Do I think I can win that fight against natives? I might actually be able to. Or not. Actually, no, I didn't. That's bad. That's really bad, actually. I thought I would have been able to win, but I guess I don't have that greater morale. Shoot. That is actually quite annoying. It's actually extremely annoying. Okay, we'll repay that loan, which will help somewhat on my interest issues. I'm just going to hope there's no uprising until my ships get back with my next attempted army. Repair the ships. Go, 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 go. I think if I probably have full morale, I could win that fight. I'd like to think I could. However, I'm going to fall massively into debt here if I'm not careful. There we go. Land in Coromos. Okay. You're still rebuilding. Let's put the general in charge. They've pretty much rebuilt to full. Let's try this again this time. That time I succeeded. Okay. Now let's mothball that army. Load you up. And sail back up here. I'll have to raise some more troops to do the rest. In the meantime, though, we've discovered quite a few more islands, and we've also discovered Salakava, which at some point I might actually want to attack, because they're on their own and they tend to be backwards. They're a little bit behind me in tech, which is not that bad, not that good. Yeah. If I had more troops and I was in a bit better place, I'd probably attack them. Let's see how many troops they have. Oh yeah, Salakava has 8,000 troops. We can move 5 at a time. Okay, Western Indian Ocean has been explored. Good for you. Explore South Indian Ocean. Why not? Ooh. Don't die. Please don't die. You died. Great. He died. He died. We want to make sure we get a claim on that province. We already have one. Good. Want to make sure that Mamluks have no chance of recovering this territory now that I've invested myself in it. Luckily, we actually have enough money to support a colony, which I'm quite impressed by. The Ethiopians are now my rival. That's fine. I'll happily rival you, not rival them. Good. We still have to pay off this loan before we can really think of any invasions. So, again, a little bit of a wait. More importantly, though, we'll get this range bonus soon, which will be handy. In fact, I might even stop getting military tech, snag one of the defensive ideas so that we get the extra trade power. The other thing to consider is I can't steer that trade that way, which is annoying. I wish I could. It would be very helpful. Okay, let's see. We've got another transport going. That'll come in handy. I want to have about 10 or 12 transports if I'm going to be trying to fight naval wars against small countries. I don't think any of these guys are weak or on their own, no. I want to wipe out Kilwa. That's going to be a bit of a struggle because they're pretty strong. That's a half decent rule. We have 10. It's not as good as our 12 heir who died, but considering what idiotic wife our ruler has, I'll take it. Let's snag both of these ideas, actually. Let's get that bonus trade power. We currently make 4.3 gold, almost, from trade, and now we make 4.4 gold. It's not that good. I mean, it'll do, but it's not that good. I also don't think we can necessarily claim these provinces. Oh, we can. Okay. That means I should try trading some more transport ships. So we can load 6. They have 8. I'd like to load at least 10 or so. This is a problem. Actually, no, it isn't. Temp to proof conditions. There we go. Did manage to reduce it all. Shoot, I don't have enough for New World Charter stuff. Okay. Merchant Guild. There we go. Now they should have enough, and more important. Oh, nope, not enough. I'll give them this. I can't give it to them because it's not 10 development. Shoot. I'll give them Basra. Yeah. It's a trading post anyway. That gets us New World Charter. Global settler increase. I'm going to be trying to hit that as much as I can. North Atlantic Sea. Let's go South Atlantic. I don't think our ships would make it to the North Atlantic, to be honest. South Atlantic enough will be a struggle. Although Mozambique being there gives us quite an additional range. I'm going to take mercantilism, or mercantilism, however you pronounce it. Just to try and pull in more trade, since, what is it, 32% of our trade income comes from trade. Plus it boosted us up to about 4.7, 4.8 trade income, which is nice. Got some free sailors. We only use a couple per month, which is nice. Looks like the Ethiopians are killing Somali, or not Somali, or Gonsul here. Or Sangali, technically. I don't always read all the words I'm saying. Okay. Breaking Ethiopia would be a real challenge. I'd like to do it. At least right now, since I have the Ottomans, I don't have to worry too much about defensive wars. I mean, I can't ignore them. Because if the Ottomans are engaged in a big land war like they are now, well, if they're engaged in a land war like they are now, and it's a big one, that's better, they might not honor a defensive call to arms, and that would be a disaster. But we now have 42 cities, which is quite a bit of progress. We also can get a conquest quasi-bell on these guys. And I can raise another, what is this, couple ships. Yeah. We're making a nice amount of money now. Still have that loan, which I need to pay off, but I'm trying to get these ships going first. Oops, apparently our people managed to explore the South Atlantic. Oh, wow. That's a jump. We've made it all the way almost around to Mali. Maybe I should go for the New World. Put the Najd in South America. That might be a move. It might also be worth it, too. especially since the colonialism is going to spread really slow through the lands. In fact, the fact that it's spreading to Tlemcen at all is because it's a vassal of Tunis. In fact, that's actually a really great thing for me, because now we'll actually get off of Europe faster. Because it is the worst spread mechanics. Friendly province. Not neighboring province, friendly province, which is a pain. Okay, you've managed to explore it there. Let's do South China Sea, why not? Figure out what the Philippines are. Might as well. We should also be able to colonize all the way over to these islands at least. I think I might try and snag these set of islands here, because that will stop the Europeans. Because see, Portugal's already made it down here to South Africa. If I can cut off maybe one, maybe two of their islands, we'll be in good shape. Land of Opportunity would be nice. So would the flute, though. I think Land of Opportunity is more valuable. Okay. How many transport ships do we have? We have 10. No, I'm going to do 12, just to be on the safe side. I don't want to try and fight an 8 strength nation coming from the ocean without it. I do have a slight tech advantage. I have a significant morale advantage, I bet, but it's still risky. However, I do have a fair amount of missionaries. No, I think I've got, what, 2 or 3? I've got 3 missionaries, which is nice, because I get a free one from the Najd ideas, which will be helpful. South China Sea has been detected. Very nice. Increased colonists. That'll also come in very handy. 70 per year. That's not that bad for early on. Let's see what Portugal gets. They get 90. Okay. I think they have a... Do they have it? No, they don't. But they've got expansion ideas. Makes sense. Oh, I never realized Portugal now has yearly absolutism. That would be nice to know in a Portugal game. If one were to do one. And I think I will complete this idea tree for the reduced attrition, because that makes a big difference in a war. Especially in these African provinces with a lot of jungle. Okay. First things first, we gotta put army maintenance back up, sadly. I've got 3 years till I could attack the Mamelukes again. Okay. So in that time, I have to take out the Madagascarans. Is that how you say it? Is someone from Madagascar a Madagascaran or a Gascaran? I don't know. Anyway, let's take what troops, and what ships we can. You explore. Let's try North Atlantic Sea. See if you die on your way. Probably will. I'll probably end this right as I begin the war, or right after I begin the war. That way I don't run too long, and more importantly, I have something to do at the beginning of the next episode. Okay, here we go. They have 9 tech now. I cannot threaten them for land. Let's try this. This could either be really good or really bad. If we succeed, it'd be really nice to take this land. I'm going to put a spy on them, actually. I don't really need a spy on Ethiopia at the moment. They're going to survive for the moment. Okay, taking that. The capital is down there. Don't know if they're going to have any forts. It's actually a really good question. Do they have forts? We're actually surprisingly making money because we're looting them. They have 8 troops. Okay. I'm not seeing any movement restrictions on the island. Wow, we just took that province. I don't think we should have been able to, but we did. Okay, let's try this. We're walking blind into these regions. Let's walk blind into there while they go back to siege. Smart, they're running away. They know they can't fight me in a head-on war, which is really nice. Once I explore all these provinces, then I can probably catch them. Truth might upset people. Prefer not to lose the army tradition while I'm in a war. Seems like a recipe for disaster. Okay. Now comes one of the semi-serious tests. They have no defensive ideas. So even though we're in the Highlands, we should be able to win. Good. Let them live for the moment, because I gotta occupy these provinces. I don't know how much land I'm going to be able to take. Ideally, I'd like to take all the land. I doubt I'll be able to. Yeah, I can take all of that. It's probably better to prevent anyone from the land to get there. From Africa, I mean. Unless I could outright vassal them. No, it's too expensive. Okay. Fair enough. We'll probably take that coastline I showed. And once we take the coastline, we'll convert it all. Because it should be, yeah, pretty easy to convert. Give us some land. Oops, our ruler died. That's not good. Oh, we're going to be stuck with a terrible regent for ages. Ay, ay, ay. You're not quite ready to give up, are you? Okay. Apparently I'm going to have to catch them and wipe out their army once more. Okay. Well, it actually made it to the Atlantic. I don't know how the ships didn't die, but they didn't. Okay. Now it's time to finish off their army. No matter where they run, we should catch them. We're pretty good on the attack. Our nation kind of sucks on the defense, though. That's the sad part. But if we're on the attack, that bonus 15 movement speed means you don't get away. And a bit of money. Thank you very much. Oh, look at that. Isn't that lovely? I said I was going to end at the beginning of the invasion, but I got so caught up in actually killing them, I forgot all about that. Yeah, let me just raise autonomy and then we'll be done. I don't think I'll even core it, really. I've got 5% conversion, so 20 months. Takes 37 months. I've got 3, so I can safely core 3 of them. Okay, that will be it for this video, and we're actually not doing that bad. Whoever suggested the idea of conquering the world navally is a genius. How many provinces do we have? We now have 51 provinces. We are 1/10 of the way to the war goal for the achievement. So we'll pick up that. We'll probably colonize a little bit more lands, and next video we'll probably actually, now that I think about it, we'll probably actually start a war with the Mamelukes because we want their land still. And we really don't have to worry about these guys beating us now. So I'm just going to ship these guys back before I forget. Or start shipping them back. Okay, that will be it. Sorry, I keep wanting to keep going because I'm actually doing well. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Any advice or comments would be appreciated, and I will see you all next time. Bye for now.